What if China had colonized the entire world centuries before Europe even thought about exploration? Imagine the massive fleets of Zheng He, not just exploring distant lands, but building permanent cities across Africa, South America, North America, and even Europe itself. The world map you know wouldn't exist. No British Empire, no Spanish colonies, no scramble for Africa. Mandarin could be the global language, Confucian philosophy shaping governments everywhere, and Chinese innovations, gunpowder, paper money, printing, navigation, spreading centuries earlier than Europe could ever imagine. By the 1400s, picture massive trade networks linking ports from Africa to South America to Southeast Asia. Silk, porcelain, spices, and technology moving at a speed Europe couldn't match. Cities teeming with engineers, libraries, marketplaces, and scholars. Europe, fragmented and slow, scrambling to catch up, or fading into obscurity. Could the age of European colonialism have been erased entirely before it even began? In Africa, Chinese colonies create advanced trade hubs, spreading technology, irrigation, and knowledge. Local kingdoms industrialized decades earlier, reshaping politics and culture. South America interacts with Chinese colonies, blending civilizations, crops and ideas centuries before Europeans arrive. Indigenous cultures mix with Chinese influence. What kind of languages, traditions, or technologies emerge in this alternate timeline? Warfare is unrecognizable. European armies, still medieval in approach, face advanced Chinese strategy, ships, and gunpowder weapons. Major battles are lost before they even begin. Colonization becomes diplomacy and trade rather than conquest. Would humans avoid centuries of slavery, or would one global empire enslave entire continents differently? Every region reacts, creating tensions, alliances, or revolutions never seen in our timeline. Technology explodes. Ships that can cross oceans faster. Medicine develops centuries earlier. Early mechanical inventions changing cities worldwide. Imagine railways, irrigation, or even proto-steam engines appearing long before Europe discovers them. Could humanity handle this sudden leap forward? Or would civilizations collapse under the weight of too much progress too soon? Culturally, the world transforms. Confucian ethics shape governance globally. Art, literature, clothing, architecture, all influenced by Chinese culture. Cities from Rio to Cairo designed like Beijing. Philosophies and religions adapt or merge with Confucian thought. Education systems flourish centuries early, possibly creating a more meritocratic global society. But would individuality survive under one dominant worldview? Fast forward to science and exploration. Space programs, global finance, even the internet could emerge under East Asian leadership centuries ahead of our timeline. Could humans colonize the moon or Mars long before the 20th century? Would innovation flourish or stagnate under strict imperial control? Global politics might be stable or tightly controlled, with rebellion brewing silently. Imagine the ripple effects on Europe. Nations like England, Spain, and France might remain small regional powers for centuries, forced into diplomacy instead of conquest. Could a unified Chinese world prevent wars like World War I or II? Or do new conflicts emerge over power, resources, and ideology? How does modern democracy, human rights, or cultural expression evolve under a single dominant civilization? Let's talk economics. Global trade might center around China, with standardized currency, laws, and markets across continents. Would wealth inequality decrease? Could technological and medical breakthroughs spread evenly? Or would a powerful empire hoard progress for itself? Agriculture, industry, and energy all evolve differently. Would the modern world be richer or just controlled? Now imagine the environment. Massive global trade and colonization change ecosystems centuries before industrialization. Could climate change happen differently or not at all? Would human innovation reduce or exacerbate natural disasters? Could humanity balance growth and nature better, or be even more destructive under centralized imperial policies? Even daily life changes. The foods we eat, the clothes we wear, the languages we speak, the religions we practice, all reshaped. music, art, literature, science, all infused with Chinese influence centuries earlier. Could humans even recognize the cultural diversity of today? Or would globalization under China homogenize the planet? And finally, the ultimate question: if China had colonized the world first, how different would your life be today? Your country, your freedoms, your history, even your dreams, completely rewritten. Would the world be smarter, wealthier, and more connected? Or just under a strict, unchallenged global empire controlling everything? One thing is certain: history as we know it would be unrecognizable, and imagining it forces us to rethink everything about power, ambition, and human potential.